what you are presenting is one alternative to the Nigerian problem. Other people will have other alternatives. What do you expect will happen? You think Peter Obi is wasting his time running for president?
Peter Obi is not just wasting his time. Peter Obi is, I don't know any derogatory word that I will use to quantify Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not running for president. Peter Obi is only in this race to distract Biafrans. That's all. They want to get somebody from the southeast who will now come as a Biafran, so that it will be on record that in 2023 a Biafran ran for Nigeria president. That's all. So he's not running for president, and he himself knows that.
What if he wins?
Why is he going to win? Is he going to win from your vote?
What if he wins?
No. We are not even talking about winning, because we can't allow election in Biafra land. So if he is going to win, he's going to win from the election, voting from the northern Nigeria, because his running mate is a Mauritania. He's from Mauritania. Are you aware of that?
People are looking at the country and they are feeling that things are not working. And the Biafran group, whether it's Nnamdi Kanu or Simon Ekpa, they also came to the conclusion that this is not working for them. And they are saying now there shouldn't be election in the southeast, and that in fact they're making sure that saying that people should stay at home during that election. What do you think about their own solution? They are also trying to find a way around these problems you mentioned.
Simon Ekpa and all of those who are running this Biafra restoration business are clear-minded criminals who are not in any way involved in the liberation campaign we wage. I repeat, Simon Ekpa and his SY principal, Nnamdi Kanu, and all of those who are doing one Biafra thing or the other, because we had engaged them to ask them very basic questions. And our interactions with them that, ran over a number of years left us with only one conclusion, that these people are not at all interested in anything that might even remotely lead to any kind of salvation or liberation. And what are those issues? What are those issues? What is the meaning, if I were to ask you, Rudolph, what is the meaning of Biafra restoration? You were in New York, you were in that town hall in New York, where they were talking about, they said it's not what we are doing that they want, is Biafra they want. And we asked them, what is the meaning of Biafra restoration? Is it the Biafra of 1967? Because three basic questions. Where's the map of the territory you described? Because if you say you want independence, which is what they say they want, where does it begin? Where does it end? The Lower Niger Congress has sat down with 42 different Biafran organizations, starting with Owazurike that recruited all of them. Biafra actualization that became Biafra restoration in 2013 when Nnamdi Kanu set up, broke off from Raf Wazirike. So I'm reporting to you what transpired directly between me and the leader on behalf of LNC and the leadership of all these groups, starting with Wazirike and then Nnamdi Kanu's IPOB. And then Simon Ekpa that joined them only very recently. He doesn't even know where the skeletons are buried in that IPOB. They cannot give me a definition of what Biafra restoration means, because they do not have a map of where. Does that Biafra include the present rivers, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, and Bayelsa? If it does not, or if it does, have you sat down with them to agree? Those who did not come with you in 1967, have you sat down with them to agree? We placed an 8-point strategy to tell you how we came to the conclusion that this madness that is now costing us blood. You remember that we shouted all over the place, both in Nigeria and in the international arena. And we went to the homes of the elders, of our Igbo elders resident in the US, telling them that this criminality will lead to bloodshed, the kind of bloodshed we are seeing in the East now, because a few criminals lashed onto what was being done to now, the sentiment, the very positive sentiment of the Biafra of life, the Biafra that saved those who were to be killed in 1967. They have bastardized that name in saying that they are going to, I don't know what they are doing, and I came to the conclusion that they are criminals who are only interested in making money and making fame from the pain and misery of a people that are in distress. Those 8 points of a strategy, that was the basis of our discussions with all of them, inviting them. We tried to invite them to bring whatever energies are available into the simple liberation strategy that we put on the table. Those 8 points start with the map of the entire place. We have a map of Nigeria, and we say we and other people are trapped here, and therefore, how do we get ourselves out of that prison? We are not the only ones. Ogoni is being slaughtered, Ijo is being slaughtered, Tiv is being slaughtered, Yoruba is not spared, Jukun is in trouble. You have Danjuma shouting, and so the nature of the problem is not the one you come and say, "Oh, give me Biafra." What is the meaning of the Biafra in the circumstance? I take all this as shenanigans. They set out on the same mission to deceive our people with the propaganda of a totally meaningless Biafra restoration.
There are 3 reasons why Peter Obi lost, or why Peter Obi is not president today, maybe even 4. But the first reason is this. Out of the 5 states of the Southeast, now this is number 1 reason, the number of registered voters that collected their PVC in the whole 5 states of the Southeast, the Igbos now, the number of Igbos that collected their PVCs in the southeastern states are about 11 million. 11 million. But then, when you put the total number of votes for Peter Obi together from the 5 southeastern states, they come up to about 1.6 million. What happened? If they rigged elsewhere, did they also rig in Anambra? No. But what happened? We need to ask ourselves this question. It's important. Many Igbos did not come out to vote. And it's not like they wanted to sit down in their house. No. They sat down in their houses because they were afraid. Because somebody was smart enough to instigate someone like Simon Ekpa to push the narrative of sit at home. So they pushed that narrative, and the narrative was not enough. So what did they do? They went further to actually begin to carry out acts of violence in the name of IPOB. People were losing their lives. So they were scared. Even those who defied the sit at home, old women were beating their goods that they shaded in front of their houses, destroyed. So most Igbos did not come out to vote out of fear of sit at home, or violating sit at home. So the vast number of Igbos did not come out. Out of 11 million people, Igbos that collected PVC, only 1.6 million people, Igbos voted. So about 9 million Igbos, 9 million Igbos did not vote for Peter Obi. So the reason number 1 why Peter Obi did not win is because Igbos did not vote for him.